For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Season 2 here at Chelsea. In the last couple, I asked you for your feedback with regards to transfer window, and you have been very forthcoming with it. There's been a hell of a lot of transfer suggestions given to me, and I've added a number of them to the shortlist, and I do have a couple of favourites from those that were the most popular in the comments section. Of course, we're still in the pre-season tournament. We are through to the knockout stages of it. Of course, it's happening a little bit later in pre-season because of the World Cup that happened in Russia. So we got the first game on the 1st of August, and then should we beat Real Madrid or get past Real Madrid, presumably the final will come on either the Saturday or the Sunday, with just 2 Premier League games in the month of August, although I'm pretty sure there'll be a Carabao Cup game scheduled in there at some point as well. But let's concentrate on the transfer window. We have 117 million. Now, one thing I have done, actually, with regards your guys' suggestions, is if I go into the transfer hub, I've taken Willian off the transfer list and I've added Victor Moses onto it. You guys pretty solidly would prefer that I keep Willian at the club, even though he now won't be a first team starter. You'd rather I keep him at the club. So what I'll do is I'll keep Willian, but I'll sell Victor Moses, because of course in the last episode we brought in Ricardo Pereira, so I have backup at wing back now, better backup as well. And to be fair, Pereira's going to be starting, which means those players that were previously backup, like Zappacosta, still going to be backup. And Luke Shaw is also my backup left back now, of course, having moved Azpilicueta to left back and then Pereira starting at right back. So Moses is now on the transfer list, and I believe he and Danny Drinkwater are the only 2 players left that I'm trying to move on. Now, on my shortlist, let me sort by position. I've added Joshua Kimmich, actually, was quite popular. He, of course, he's by default a right back, but if you look at his stats, stamina 86, reactions 85, agility 86, balance 83, short passing of 88, crossing of 90, ball control of 86. He's going to be very, very capable in a midfield role as well. So Joshua Kimmich is definitely an option, most certainly an option with regards the centre mid spot that we're looking to fill, and he does have high attacking work rate and medium defensive, so would probably fit almost perfectly into that role. Still not sure about what to do centre back wise. Added Aymeric Laporte onto the transfer list as per your suggestions, but at present I don't know whether I'll be taking that any further, but time will tell. An option that I actually hadn't thought about using at CDM was David Alaba, but he was very popular. Not for the left-back role, even though I was looking for a left-back. You guys were actually quite adamant that Alaba could be signed, but used as a CDM. So, well, he could play anywhere on the pitch. He's only got 63 finishing, so maybe not a striker, but his stats would suit literally any other position, outfield. So Alaba is a very, very strong candidate with regards, with regards a potential to bring in at centre mid. Now, Laporte has a release clause of 67.4. I don't think Kimmich does, no. So we'll have to keep an eye on release clauses as well. But Alaba is a strong, strong favourite for that centre mid spot. Because we're not really looking for a winger now, I'm going to remove Quincy Promes and Kingsley Coman. It's annoying that it goes straight back to the top of the list when you do that. I'll also remove Idrissa Gana Gueye and Fabinho. Saul was very popular actually in the comment section, so Saul will be up there as well with regards to potentials to come in at centre mid. Kovacic not quite as popular and also not quite as talented, so I will remove him from the list. But Ander Herrera was kind of, I don't know what the phrase is, poo-pooed? It's kind of poo-pooed a little bit by you guys in the comment section saying, no, don't really go for Herrera. Jean-Michel Seri was said no to as well, similarly Brozovic. Manu Trigueros didn't really get any sort of feedback with regards to Manu Trigueros, so I'm still not sure what to do with him. I am intrigued by him, but obviously he's not anywhere near as good as someone like Alaba. And the most popular option, to be fair, was Tony Kroos. 90 rated, valued at £67.5 million. He's on £310,000 a week, so wages would be monumental. But crucially, his physical stats have actually improved. By default, he starts with about 40 odd or 42 sprint speed and about 55 acceleration. So his physical stats, pace-wise, have actually improved. It makes him a lot more desirable a target. Obviously, his technicals are superb. So I think Toni Kroos is going to be the go-to. Koke's on the list now as well. He was quite popular with you guys. Not that good in the tackle, but of course we do have Kante to run around and put the tackles in. Miralem Pjanic there as well. He's 28 years old too, but if I'm going to go for a 28-year-old, it's going to be Toni Kroos, isn't it, really? Emre Can's on the list, but I don't know his individual stats right now, how much he's grown so far in this save, so we'll have to wait and see. But what I might do, in fact, what I am going to do, let me remove Gini Wijnaldum and Andre Gomez. What I am going to do is wait and see how Toni Kroos and probably Rafael Varane as well play against me in this semi-final of the pre-season tournament for Real Madrid, and we'll see how they play. And if they impress me, I will most certainly go out and buy them. So they have the opportunity here to come to Chelsea and put in a good performance and prove to me that they're worthy of signing. So I'm going to start with that lineup. Fabregas in the role that we're looking to fill, with Isco at cam and Coutinho now on the right-hand side. Not looking at Casemiro. As I mentioned, I've got Bakayoko, and I don't really want two defence-minded CDMs in those two holding roles. I like Kante because he's obviously all about defence. Then I like to have a player that can, kind of be a box-to-box and roam up and down the pitch. So we'll have to wait and see who we go for. But I think Toni Kroos would be absolutely superb. He kind of is exactly what I'm looking for. So we'll see how they play against us here for Real Madrid. We'll see what their starting lineup looks like as well. And let me just skip all of this, and then we'll just pause it and have a look here with regards to the starting lineup. Let's have a look. Player ratings. They are starting with De Tomas up top, so it's not a strong lineup. Zidane in goal, Carvajal, Silva, Vallejo, Abner, Marcus Llorente, Munoz, Casemiro, Ronaldo, De Tomas, Lucas Vazquez. It's not a strong Real Madrid side at all. I am intrigued to see which... is that Thiago? It is Thiago Silva at Real Madrid. I saw T Silva and was like, surely it's not. It is. An 86 rated Thiago Silva at Real Madrid. This is going to be interesting because we played a weaker Juventus side, beat them, played a weaker Barcelona side, got dicked. So which way is this one going to go? I genuinely don't know. Let's go. Really rather hazy here. My Chelsea kit doesn't really look blue at all, does it? It looks kind of a weird shade of blue and green. That's a lovely ball around the corner by Morata. Isco with a heavy touch, but he is going to squeeze it home. The weaker Real Madrid side immediately come undone. Isco scores after just 4 minutes. A few people were saying that I should, or they think that I should leave Coutinho at cam because of the link that he and Morata had last year. But clearly, Isco's going to be able to have that same sort of telepathy with my striker. I don't know why I said striker. He's going to have the same sort of partnership with my striker as well. So I don't think having Isco at cam rather than Coutinho is going to make any sort of difference. We're still going to be just as productive goal scoring wise as we always have been. So I'm quite happy to have Coutinho wide right and Isco in the middle at cam rather than playing a little bit deeper. De Tomas with the header there down low, but Courtois with a comfortable save. Real Madrid proving that they can cause me problems should they so wish. 1-0 up though after 7 minutes. It's De Tomas. David Luiz and Christensen with him. David Luiz gets the tackle in. Drops only as far as Marcus Llorente though. Out wide here to Cristiano. I'm just going to try and stand him up, which I haven't done well. Oh, he squeezed that home very well there, De Tomas. I just got squared up with Cristiano Ronaldo, and the drilled ball into the box was as accurate as it needed to be, as was the finish, unfortunately. Real Madrid back in it at 1-1 after 18 minutes. Nicely out to Lucas Vazquez, who's turning side well. Flashes the ball past the post, trying to catch the keeper out by going for the near post rather than the far. Would have caught me out as well. I was expecting him to go across goal, he didn't. Thankfully, he missed the target. Good opportunity for Real there. Ronaldo on the run. He's gotten away from everybody here. Ball inside to De Tomas. Similar to how they got their goal. Cesc just trying to hold him up. Done well here. Ronaldo drills it in. This is, Christensen, what a block. De Tomas still got it. Here's Casemiro. Cross here to Munoz. It's great football. Well held by Courtois. At times, their football has been undefendable because the passing is so quick and so concise and so early. The quick fire, one-touch passing in close quarters to all of my defenders. I haven't been able to change player quickly enough to actually defend it properly. Take that free kick quickly. Kante will just try and use the pace of the defender closing me down against him. Isco with a nice ball there into Morata. Can't get past Vallejo though, unfortunately. Still 1-1 after half an hour. I see the opportunity to play through Ronaldo there. Pereira's just fallen over. And here is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's narrowed the angle up and David Luiz gets a good block on it. It'll be a corner. I don't know why Pereira ended up on the floor in a heap there. But never mind. Corner's coming from Lucas Vazquez. It's a good delivery. The keeper's come and he has punched and we will clear it. Cesc. Ping that over the top, looking for Coutinho. It's a great ball. Oh, and how's that first touch from Coutinho? Drill it into the middle. Oh, Thiago Silva. Reactions from Thiago Silva to cut that out were ridiculous. Eden Hazard with the corner. It's a decent delivery. Christensen's underneath it. No, he's not. Casemiro is. Ronaldo will pick up the loose ball and play it back. And Real Madrid have dealt with that very well. Chances at both ends for a second goal for either team, but none forthcoming as of yet. Kante into Isco. There's Cesc. Here's Morata. Isco is there. It's a nice ball to him, actually. Played into the right space. Now, can we find Morata again? The answer is yes. It's a good spin. Thiago Silva with him, holding him up well, but does well to get it away to a teammate. Into Felipe Coutinho. There's Morata. That partnership linking up again. Oh, shot deflected. It's a good save by Lucas Zidane to stop me from taking a 2-1 lead. And I just couldn't quite close the goalkeeper down quickly enough there. Win that, Andreas. He's done well. Here's N'Golo Kante looking through that gap for Isco. Was he playing against his former side, actually? Something I hadn't even thought about to this point. Coutinho with the early shot, well blocked by Thiago Silva. Silva's been very good for them so far. He might have dropped a couple of ratings, but he's still an extremely good defender. Andreas Christensen's up, but that's tamely going to fall into Lucas Zidane's hands. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time. I want to draw David Luiz too far out of position. Oh, but what a ball through. Christensen with a great interception. That needed to be made as well. Hell of a ball. Hell of a pass. Nice touch by Coutinho, but can't keep it in. I'm actually going to take Coutinho off now because he's starting to flag stamina-wise. So we'll bring Willian on the right-hand side. Do I make any other changes? I'm going to leave it for now. I might bring Pedro on for Hazard around about the 70th minute or so. Toni Kroos has also come on for Real Madrid now. So we're going to get just over half an hour's worth of Kroos viewing in before we decide whether to actually go ahead and try and sign him or not. His first action is to have a good touch and then set up Cristiano Ronaldo for a move down this right-hand side. It's a nice ball threaded through, but Willian will cut it out. We'll just get rid. Might even intercept that as well. Toni Kroos does well. All right, well, he's definitely putting in the good impression to start off with. Abner down the line there, but Ricardo Pereira cuts that out nicely. Go inside and then to Willian, just to open up the angle. Takes it in his stride really well, and this could be a good opportunity to try and score a second, actually. I've got the man in the middle. I will try and turn inside. Willian going all the way here. Willian! Oh, so unlucky not to give us a 2-1 lead. Hell of a hit from Willian. I think it's definitely a good idea from you guys to keep Willian and move Victor Moses on instead, although that's probably my fault there for misplacing the pass, but half an hour to go, still 1-1, although that's the closest either side have come so far to getting ahead again. Throw for Madrid, Carvajal to Lucas Vazquez. They've just brought on Karim Benzema, so their high-rated first-team players are arriving on the field now, and immediately Benzema has the impact that he was brought off the bench to have. It's 2-1 Real Madrid. De Tomas was just kept changing direction, so I was like, well, do I try and block the shot? Do I try and stop the pass? Do I go to the man? I just couldn't make my mind up. And in the end, De Tomas made his mind up, passed it to Benzema, and he slotted it home. Real Madrid are 2-1 up, to be fair. I mean, look at the way he keeps changing direction. He goes one way, then the other, then the other, then the other, then the other. And then it's just a simple finish. He's on his own there, Benzema, because I drew the defender out of position. 2-1 down. Their first-team players making the difference, but there's still plenty of time left to get ourselves back in it. Nicely to Casemiro. Kroos has come on off the bench and been instrumental for them. Everything seems to be going through him at the moment. I'm certain I'm going to leave this game, regardless of whether we go through or not. I'm going to buy Toni Kroos. It is happening. Cristiano Ronaldo on the ball in possession here. Christensen doing well enough to slow him up, but still not able to get the ball back. Thankfully we get a block on the pass. Right, come on Alvaro, make me a run. He didn't really. We'll get this out wide here to Eden Hazard. We'll use Isco, then to Morata. Roll the defender maybe. That's actually gone better than I anticipated. And Morata will try and drive inside. Alvaro Morata, good save by Zidane, will take the corner. 13 minutes to go. I'm going to make another change. Let's bring Pedro on for Hazard now. Isco's tiring too. And let's bring Bakayoko on. And we'll move Cesc up to Cam. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Right, let's see if we can get ourselves an equaliser, shall we? Believe it goes straight to penalties after 90 minutes in pre-season. So if we do get an equaliser, Bakayoko! Cool. If we do get an equaliser, then it will be straight to spot kicks. Free kick for Real Madrid. Bale stood over it. Looks like it's going to be Ronaldo to take though, and he delivers well. Underneath it is Rafael Varane, who's literally just come off the bench. So we are getting the chance to see two of our transfer targets in today's game. Oh, is that a foul? No. Willian goes flying. Cesc Fabregas gets to tackle him, but not able to get it back. Willian got crunched. That was ridiculous. Bakayoko trying to get to the ball to put a tackle in. Kante trying to do the same. But they just get the ball away from me a little bit quicker than I can get to them. And they've kept possession very well here. It looks like we're going to be going out at the semi-final stage of this pre-season tournament, thanks to that Karim Benzema goal off the bench. Unless Pedro can set up some sort of counter-attack here. Fabregas into Kante, just going to drive into the space. I've got Thiago Silva chasing me down. I've got Willian on the outside. Willian up against Rafael Varane. They could be teammates sooner rather than later. Willian turns inside again. This worked earlier on. He hit the bar. How? How? Willian, how? We make the decision to keep him. He gets that clear an opportunity and he misses it in stoppage time. That could be the difference now. I don't think we'll get the opportunity to have another chance between now and the final whistle. That's left me livid. Go on, Pereira, get a foot in. Yeah, I'm definitely annoyed. Now, I'm going to go and spend a lot of money in the transfer window after this game. Thank you very much. Just to make myself feel a little bit better, I'm going to go and comfort buy. And by comfort buy, I mean spend a lot of money on Toni Kroos and maybe Rafael Varane as well. But definitely Toni Kroos, because he came off the bench there and was extremely good for Real Madrid. We took an early lead. They pegged us back not long after. It was a very even game. They were definitely better once they brought on Bale and Benzema and Toni Kroos and Rafael Varane. But it's going to be Real and Atletico, the two Madrid sides that go through to the final in the pre-season tournament. But what I will be able to do is the money that we got from that semi-final will basically go all into the wage budget, because if I'm going to buy Toni Kroos, he's going to want a hell of a lot of wages, isn't he? If he's already on 310 and he wants a wage rise, it's going to cost me loads of money. Lucas Piazzon is gone. He's now left to Zenit St. Petersburg. 3 million added on to the transfer budget thanks to that pre-season tournament. What does my transfer budget look like now? 120 million available to me with £270,000 in the wage budget. Well, I'm going to have to drastically change that. Let's do that. Right. Toni Kroos, I'm coming for you, my man. Let's go and sign ourselves a 90 rated midfielder, shall we? Toni Kroos, approach to buy. He's not got a release clause, so I can't just buy him outright. And we'll have to wait and see what Zinedine Zidane reckons that he wants for him. I'm just going to offer a transfer. There's no point doing a player swap. He's valued at 67, so I'm just going to offer 70. And we'll see what they say. I'm not sure how much they want. 95.6. 95 is probably still quite agreeable, actually. But I'll offer 80. So there's 10 million more than I initially offered, but 16 less than what they asked for. Still asking for 95.6. Okay. Well, please don't be too stubborn. Though I will be pretty stubborn if it comes to it. And there you go. £85 million. Toni Kroos. Right, contract terms. What's he going to want? I've absolutely no idea. I was told in the comment section and told on Twitter that rather than offer them... Oh, he definitely wants crucial. Rather than offer them a wage increase, offer them what they're currently on, and then they actually will agree a wage, that's slightly lower than if you'd actually initially offered them a little bit more. They want 300. I'm going to disregard a release clause. He's willing to take a wage cut. He's willing to take a wage cut, although a signing bonus of 4.6 million is pretty massive. As is an 8.8 million. God, bloody hell. All right. Well, look, if I give you an extra 10 grand, I'll give you what you're currently on. I'll give you 10 grand a week more. And I'll edit the bonus. I really don't want to give you almost another £9 million. How about 5.5 or 5.6? Let's try that. No, they're adamant. Okay, well, I'm just going to accept it. Just to get the deal done and across the line. Toni Kroos is now a Chelsea player. And what does that do for our... Let me just do this. We'll take Kylian Hazard out. And we will then put... Where are you, Tony? Hello, Toni Kroos in. Right, so Toni Kroos is in. Still waiting to sell Victor Moses. So that'll hopefully get done sooner rather than later. So many bloody centre mids, it's not even funny. Right. Now, what does the state of the squad look like? That's a really strong starting lineup, isn't it? Really strong. Now, I could take... See, Christensen's 83, but he's 83 overall, but if you look at his actual defensive stats, 90 stand tackle, 87 slide tackle, that's exceptional. So Christensen is going to stay in the starting lineup. I could replace David Luiz with Rafael Varane. I'm torn as to what to do here. We might yet see players like Pedro leave. I'm going to need to raise some more funds though. So what's my transfer budget look now? It's going to be significantly depleted thanks to that Tony Kroos deal. Yes, I've got £20 million in my transfer budget right now, so I am going to have to sell to buy. We are most certainly going to have to sell to buy, but we do have players on the transfer list. Danny Drinkwater is still on the transfer list. No offers for him yet. And I also still have... Lucas Piazzon is nearly... No, that's done, isn't it? Pretty sure that's done. Unless they're just in contract talks right now. Danny Drinkwater, still no bids. Victor Moses, still no bids. But that would be an extra 25 million-ish plus another £200,000 a week wage budget as well, which might be enough with the use of another player as makeweight to try and get a deal done for Raphael Varane. And as such, we've started to get transfer offers in for Danny Drinkwater. Thank you very much. He's valued... Well, I tell you what, they're actually not that bad, those offers. 17.4 from Stoke. I'll ask for 20 from Southampton, but I'm tempted to accept that from Stoke because that's actually quite a reasonable offer. Southampton probably got more money than Stoke, although there's probably not much difference between their two budgets, and they are okay with paying 20 million for him, Southampton, so maybe we can do the same with Stoke. That would come in very handy, actually, an extra £20 million for Danny Drinkwater. If only now we could get bids in for Victor Moses as well, that would be even better, and then hopefully we can get that stuff done. 18.3, oh, go on, just give me the 20, lads, just give me the 20, come on. Oh, how about 19.5? I don't really want to go much lower, to be honest, especially if Southampton are going to give me 20. They'll give me 19.5. Okay, thank you very much, Mark Hughes. Right, so that's that potential deal going across the line. We've got a few days to advance now, a couple of weeks, in fact, I think, until the start of the Premier League season. So we may not have another game today. It may just all be transfer stuff for now. We'll wait and see. I do need to train in a couple of days' time as well, continuing to train Humberto Sanchez and the young goalkeeper we're looking to bring up as soon as he turns 16 to be my backup, which hopefully will be soon. A loan offer for Ewan Mason from Newcastle. I will most certainly be accepting that. We will negotiate it, though, to ensure that it has the best possible chance of going across the line. I don't understand why, but they never seem to accept the deal when you just accept it straight from the off there. He's only on £440 a week, sorry, so I don't mind paying 100% of that, to be completely honest, but we'll see if he can go out on loan now to Newcastle. That would be a good move for him, actually. Probably get some decent first-team football there. I need to train. Come on, Ches. Make sure you pay attention. Don't want to miss a week's training for the youngsters. It's going to be important that they get as much training done as possible. Danny Drinkwater transfer talks have broken down, but who's that with? Danny Drinkwater sold. Well, his contract talks broke down with one club, but they didn't with the other. But who has he gone to? Has he gone to Stoke for 19.5 million, or has he gone to Southampton for 20? We'll find out momentarily. Brown is growing well, the young goalkeeper, which is good news. But where has he gone? He's gone to Southampton for 20. He's gone to Southampton for 20. So 17 million has been added to my budget, as well as he was on about 100 grand, wasn't he? He was on about £100,000 a week. So why is that not all gone into my wage budget? I'm not sure. Anyway, there you go. 37 million and 140 grand a week. Now, if we could just get Victor Moses done and away from the club, then we will have enough to go for Raphael Varane. Ewan Mason has gone to Newcastle. That's also good news. Hopefully he can get some good first-team football there. Danny Drinkwater confirmation on the right-hand side has been unveiled at Southampton now. I'm not sure what else to do in this window other than Varane. I've had a final scout report on Emre Can. It's a little bit too late now considering I've already signed Tony Kroos. We've gone for a different German to play in my midfield. Emre Can would have been good, but Can may still be signed for the Dortmund series yet, so probably best that I don't sign him in this one as well. Let's have a look. What do his stats look like, though? What do his stats look like? Let's have a look. He's 82 rated overall now. Still looks decent, but yeah, I'm quite happy with Tony Kroos, to be honest. Very happy with Tony Kroos. Right, let's advance a little bit further. Had a loan offer in for Wallace Oliveira from Dijon in France for a year, which I will accept, but again, negotiate just to ensure that we get it to go across the line. We have had a new game rescheduled because of the Carabao Cup. We've actually been drawn against Rochdale, so I will play this first game of the Premier League season against Liverpool in a couple of days' time. Let me quickly show you the schedule. So you can see here the game against Rochdale has been scheduled midweek, which means the Leicester game's been pushed back from forward, sorry, from Sunday to Saturday, but that shouldn't be a problem. We'll be able to deal with that. So we'll go and play Liverpool now in the Premier League. And hopefully in tomorrow's episode, sell Victor Moses and make another signing. But we've made one massive marquee signing in today's video. £310,000 a week. Youth scout reports are available as well. We might as well have a quick look through these. Apologies if this video is super long. I don't think it will be, but 52 to 70, 47 to 65, 60 to 80. So much for 5-star judgment. Hey, he's terrible. 60 to 84, no. 57 to 79, no. Why are my scouts bringing back absolute shite? None of them have brought back anyone worthwhile yet. This guy might be decent. I'll give him another month. 54 to 76, 71 to 94. No, he's valued at 60,000. Not going to be worth anything. Not going to be worth anything. Not going to be worth anything. This guy was what, 110, 100. So I don't think he's going to be worth anything either. We'll give him one more month though. But so far, my youth scouts failing this season. We've got a scout future star though, which is good news. Right, let's jump into the first game of the Premier League season against Liverpool. We'll give Tony Kroos a start. And hopefully this rather remarkable and highly rated starting 11 can get us off to a great start in the Premier League for season number 2. Ignacio Abate starting at right back for Liverpool here in this one. New signing this season and a signing from last season, Marco Reus, also starting again for them out on the left-hand side of their front three. So a really strong Liverpool side. Not going to be easy to play against them here, but hopefully we can start at home with a win. There's Mane. Well, I did tackle him there. Adam Lallana. Strike goes wide. Kante put in a great tackle, and Mane still just ran off with the ball, unfortunately. Thankfully for me, Lallana's shot going a good couple of feet wide. Jurgen Klopp, in typical Jurgen Klopp fashion, jumping around on the touchline, but no goal early on. That's Pete. Down the line into Eden Hazard. Morata's there. It's a good run. Dejan Lovren with me, so not really worrying too much about him, as I'm sure Liverpool fans would expect me not to. And can we win this header? No. Isco hits the bar after just 8 minutes. Playing it around at the back quite nicely at Liverpool to ensure that they get it away. But hopefully Aspi can win this header, and he has done. Hazard might be able to set something else up here. Again, Morata running into that channel. This time, though, Lovren does cut it out. Hazard, though, tackles Lallana, I think it was there. But I think that was a fair challenge, but never mind. The referee deemed it otherwise. That's the closest we've come to either side taking the lead off the underside of the bar. Emre Can driving forward, trying to bait him into going out wide to Reus and away from a dangerous central area, but he wasn't to be fooled. Lallana gets that into Firmino. I didn't get on with him as Brazil manager. That nearly fell kindly for Emre Can to stroke home, didn't it? Didn't get on with Roberto Firmino in the Brazilian job, and he hasn't really caused me too many issues so far in this game either. Isco with great footwork again. Really enjoying using him in that further forward position. And he could be in behind here if Morata could get the turn and find the pass, which unfortunately I can't do, thanks to the good defensive work of Emre Can. Really close game, this one. Ball going from end to end, changing hands possession-wise quite regularly, but no one yet able to actually find a breakthrough. Kroos, forward to Isco. Back to Kroos, go back to Isco again. Quickly into Morata. Can we spin Joel Matip? I tried. Didn't quite go as intended, but... Oh, can Isco get this to Hazard? Yes. Can we get past Dejan Lovren? No, but Isco's there and he squeezed that home. Perhaps a miscommunication between Abate and his goalkeeper. They both left it for each other. Isco straight in the gap. Good spin to get it to Hazard. I was pretty unsure whether I was actually going to reach that pass, but Abate perhaps even wasn't close enough to have done anything with it anyway. Karius didn't commit. It's gone through his legs. Underneath the goalkeeper, Isco scores again. Chelsea 1, Liverpool 0. How am I supposed to deal with this passing? It's actually silly. Firmino to Mane, good block. David Luiz will get it away. Kroos quickly forward to Isco. The first time passing there from Liverpool was basically undefendable. There is nothing you can do against that. Fire this forward looking for Morata, but I really shouldn't have played that pass. It's my fault, not Tony's, for giving away possession there. But Eden Hazard has taken that off Abate. Isco, the footwork from Isco is just so good every single time. Morata, I need Isco to make me a run. He has done, but I'm not going to be able to get it to him. Kroos will find him though, and Isco gets the turn in. Look back to Kroos, look for Hazard, get it out his feet and finesse it. Did that take a block off Abate? It did. It's going to be a corner. Hazard will whip it in towards that near post. Who's underneath that? Oh, Kroos was, but Mane wins the header. Foot race here between Reus and Pereira, which is probably actually quite an even foot race. Ricardo into David Luiz. Forward there. Oh, just able to find Isco. There's Morata. Go on, let's hit it early. Straight against Dejan Lovren and cleared away. 3 minutes to go till half-time. Still 1-0 Chelsea. Lallana finds the gap in behind for Mane to run into. Don't commit to a challenge. I've scored anyway. Every fibre of my being wanted to throw myself at the ball there with David Luiz. And the one time I'm disciplined, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay on your feet. Stand him up. I do the right thing and still concede anyway. Adam Lallana tucking home as the ball's squared across to him. You see him there rushing with Kante in support. And then Kante just switches off and loses his positioning. It's a good finish from Lallana, sliding in to give them an equaliser. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1 after 57 minutes. Squeeze that there to Hazard, quickly into Isco. We've gone right up the other end and given ourselves a lead again. And it's Isco again. Really good finish. I don't know whether it's actually the individual personnel that's playing in that cam role or whether it's just I seem to do well with this formation and that player that plays off the striker. Morata into Hazard, quickly to Isco, and he just bends it. It's floating into that top corner, away from the keeper. Not too much power on it, but the placement is just that good that Karius, despite shifting his feet and diving early, just can't reach it. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. We're immediately back in front. We were level for all of 3 minutes. Kroos, dink that through there to get it to Coutinho. He's done well to hold off Alberto Moreno. Still doing well to hold off Alberto Moreno. Gets chopped from behind. Foul given. Will take the free kick with 20 minutes to go. Yellow card for Alberto Moreno as well. Ball's going to come in from that far side. We'll see what we can do. Coutinho to deliver. Isco and Morata at the back post. It's actually can't take the near post, despite the fact that he's trying to put it towards the back post. It gets towards the ball. Coutinho, I thought, had a first touch there that was pretty decent, but all given away. Isco will beat Emre Can to that. Trying to find a teammate, take the advantage, but will play on. And Morata, I tried to get that to Isco again, but would have been in for a hat-trick. Unfortunately, not able to squeeze the pass into the gap that I was trying to. Royce has turned me very well there. And now we have to be careful at the other end, and we're in trouble a little bit. But Andreas Christensen does well. That's why, despite only, quote-unquote, only being 83 rated, he's still going to start ahead of anyone else in my starting lineup at centre-back because he has such great potential as well to get in towards the late 80s, and he's already good enough to be one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. Eden Hazard will turn on this and just loft it into the middle, looking for Morata. That's going to drop to Coutinho. Man on his shoulder there. Kroos does well to hold him off. Coutinho, oh no, that was meant for Hazard, but never mind, it's given away. 12 minutes to go, still 2-1. Trying to get a third goal and a 2-goal advantage, though, just to give myself that breathing room. Aspi with a throw. There's not long left now. I would still like that second goal if I can get it. Kante into Kroos. Coutinho into Hazard. Back to Toni Kroos. Tempted to shoot. And I will be tempted to shoot numerous times with Toni Kroos in this save now that I've signed him. Because you guys know I love a long shot. And you can't get much better at long shots than Toni Kroos. And he scores on his debut. That 5-star weak foot coming in handy. He has managed to get a goal. I'm probably more happy with the signing of Toni Kroos than I have been with any other signing that I've made in FIFA 18 so far, including the Manchester United series I did from the capture event as well. I think Toni Kroos is going to prove to be a phenomenal player for us. That is a great hit on his left foot. Exactly the player that I wanted for that role alongside Kante. Proving it there as well. May have picked up a yellow card, but I don't care. Hell of a goal from Toni Kroos. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 3. I don't want to get too carried away. It's only game 1 of 38, but it could be a very good season for us this year. A very good season indeed. Morata, if I could get the ball under control here, could get away from Matic, but I haven't been able to do so. We are going to get the opportunity to still build here down this right-hand side. They're bringing Sturridge on. Oh, I tried to get that to Toni Kroos to maybe go for another long shot, but unfortunately misplaced the pass. And now actually they're in behind here. Here is Daniel Sturridge. Racing away, not as fast as it used to be, and Azpilicueta on the cover from left back does well to hook that away. We're in stoppage time now, and Royce missed controls. We are going to be getting all 3 points here on the opening day of the Premier League. Off the ball over the top, Christensen underneath it, does well. Willian brings it down. Brought on Willian and Pedro here in the last few moments just to freshen things up a little bit out wide. And if I'd have played a better ball there, might have been able to get in for a fourth, but Dejan Lovren and Jordan Henderson will work it away. And there's the final whistle. Despite a couple of good opportunities for Liverpool in that game, that was definitely an improved performance over the corresponding fixture in season number 1. We have most certainly, with Pereira and Kroos and Isco moved further forward, improved as a team in this pre-season window so far. And there is still time in the next episode, as we end the transfer window, for us to strengthen further with potentially Raphael Varane. Or maybe Aymeric Laporte. Or maybe someone else. We will have to wait and see. I will continue to take your suggestions on the centre-back situation. But for now, that's all from me for today. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. I'll see you next time.